across the body, and what a catch there at the end. What a play. That was Khalil Thomas, or actually my mistake. That is Imatrice Hall with the catch, and he signals a first down. What a play by QC Crush. The pressure coming from the Octane on that left side. He had to scramble to his right. Normally you don't want to see your quarterback throwing across the body, but he proves it wrong right there. And QC Crush going to extend this drive. As that is going to be a run up the middle, and that's going to be just a little bit of a gain here. And it's going to be second down here for the Crush. As we're coming to you live from Veterans Stadium here just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. This is Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator for today's game. As the 0-2 QC Crush coming into town to face the 0-2 Indianapolis Octane. So somebody's O has got to go. And we'll find out here in this great A7FL action. As it is second down, there is going to be a fake handoff. It's going to be taken by the quarterback. What a juke move to the outside. He's able to try to get the outside. Great blocking there, and he is going to get in for the end zone touchdown, QC Crush. What a play. As he would just what an impressive agility by Kenya Thomas Sr. As just fantastic on his feet there, the pressure getting to him. Thought maybe Octane was able to contain him there, but he ends up taking it. And some nice key blocking downfield. That was by Von Hicks. I believe that had the nice block there at the end to seal that edge. And so QC is going to be going here for the extra point. And they're going to try to do a little tush-push action here, and they maybe get it, maybe they don't. They're still fighting down there towards the end, trying to get to it, and it does not look like they got it. It is no good. So the Octane's defense holding up here, and a little bit of chippiness here coming in after the play. So the referee's trying to get that sorted out down there at the end, but the Octane doing their job holding that play. As it is going to be 6-0 here, QC taking the early lead here in the first quarter. So good, strong defensive hold there by the Octane, and they'll get their first opportunity here momentarily to take over on offense. So a nice, cool, crisp day here in Indianapolis. As it is 6-0, Crush with the lead. And there's going to be a throw off to the Octane. As you can see here, a 3-on-1 as Adam Blake trying to take it to the outside. He does a nice little juke move there, and that's going to be trying to muscle his way past the 40. He does, and I'm probably going to mark him there about the 42-yard line. As they will get the ball there by the 42-yard line. And so that is going to bring out this Octane offense. And then in talking down there with Coach Waugh, he was talking about taking advantage of the anti-style of play by by the Crush. So let's see if they try to make them play their style of football. As it is going to be 1st and 10. And there's a snap. They're going to hand it back to the outside, and that is going to be incomplete. Hit as he throws. That was intended for Adam Howard, but that is incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd down. And just as you can see in the replay there, just Howard had it right there in his hands. It wasn't a bad throw, especially considering he got hit as he threw, but great pressure there by the Crush defense. As it is going to be 2nd down. As there's a snap. Drops back, pressure coming to him from Queen City, and he's going to get rid of it. Just smart heads-up play, trying to get rid of the ball. He does. The Crush coming in here with the pressure, and that was Trayon Brooks, the middle linebacker, coming in there making a stop. So it is going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Octane on their first drive. 6:50 to go and counting here in the first quarter. Once again, live from Veterans Stadium here just outside of Indianapolis. Chad Rowland here on the call. And there's a 3rd down snap. It is going to be a handoff. And it is going to be George Smith trying to get to the outside, and that is not going to happen for him. As the Don Dada trying to get to the outside, but it was just broken up there by Nevin Ward, the defensive tackle. And that's going to bring a 4th down and a decision here for the Octane. So 4th down here on the first drive for the Octane. Let's see if they're able to extend it.
Oh, yeah.
As there's a flag on the play, he's going to try to roll out to his right, throws it, and that was incomplete. Great defense there, intended for George Smith. As we'll see what the call is on the field. Looks like it's going to be illegal formation. The penalty decline, and QC will take over on downs. So QC gets the ball back, and they're going to have great field position here. Yeah, so illegal formation call here in the A7FL. They got to be 5 yards or less back from the line of scrimmage. And the quarterback may have been just a little farther than what he should have been. So easy call there for the officials as QC will take over, hoping to extend their lead. As it's going to be from the 30, looks like the 38-yard line, as quick snap, and there's going to be a quick flag. Might be a false start here on QC. Yep, it is going to be a false start here on the offense. They are going to repeat 1st down. As in talking with Coach Bird earlier, talking about this is a high-paced offense. It's been looking like it so far here in his first quarter. As snap drops back, he's going to have to shuffle around here. The pressure coming to him from the Octane. And more pressure coming to him. They're hoping he can get rid of the ball. Let's see if he does. He gets hit as he throws, and incomplete, overthrows his intended target. And that was, I believe that was McNear was the intended target on the play. that is going to be second down. So Thomas, Kenyon Thomas was able to avoid the rush, been really light on his feet today. And both defenses showing a lot of pressure early on. Here in his first quarter. Second and 10, two wide sets, back onto his left. He's going to hand it off, and it is going to go to Von Hicks. He's got a nice little seam on the outside. He's going to get past the 30, and that's going to be good enough for a QC first down. As they're going to mark him at, it looks like the 29-yard line. As it's actually going to be, looks like it actually was short. Thought maybe they marked him for first down, but they did not. So it's going to be third and short here for the Crush. They're going to hand it back off to Hicks again, and he's able to seal that outside, get a first down. Some great blocking there on the edge by the Crush. And that's exactly what you want to do. And that was, I believe, June Washington there on the offensive line that was able to seal that edge and give Hicks the opportunity to get around for the first down. So QC, first down here, three wide set. Pressure coming, he's gonna throw it to the outside, that's gonna be caught. And that's gonna be down inside the 5, no, he is gonna barrel his way in. That's a touchdown for the Crush. That is Quentin Vaughn, the tight end. And going, let's look at the replay here. As Vaughn, just a nice little out route there, and two Octane players could not get him down, and he just gets his way into the end zone. And in talking, like I said, I talked with Coach Bird earlier before the game, and he did mention Vaughn as one of those impact players, so making an impact early. As we are going to get the clock stopped here for the extra point. So the Crush here with an opportunity for an extra point. And it is looking like it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to try to get to the outside, and there he may have slipped down there right at the very end, but there are flags on the play. Let's see what the call is on the field. A holding call, and the penalty is declined, so it is no good on the extra point attempt. So QC, though, extending their lead here 12-0. And just to give you guys a little bit of what has happened this season so far, this is week 3. And both these teams, as I mentioned, coming in 0-2, QC losing to Silk City in week 1, 38-12, and losing to Trent BIC 39-20 in week 2. So they've been able to score some points here, but the defense needing to maybe possibly hold on to a little bit better. But on the other side, Indianapolis losing to Old Bridge Hawks 21-13 in week 1, and then to East Orange Renegades 34-14 in week 2. So as I mentioned before, both these teams looking to try to get rid of that O. And you're going to see one of the best plays in the A7FL, which is the throw-off. And there's going to be a flag on the play there. And they are going to go ahead and have him just return this. As here's the opportunity to get past the 40. He's got a little seam to the outside, getting past the 50, trying to use that speed. And they're going to try to contain him. They do get him back down to maybe about the 40. And wait a minute, QC coming up with the ball. Was it a fumble? And it looks like they're not going to count it as a fumble here. He was down before the ball popped out. And so they get him up to about the 40. Let's look at the replay here as he was able to get that outside. And let's see if the ball does come out. It does not. He was down. I mean, it looked like it actually didn't come out. It looked like he just took it. But he was already down by contact. So that is not going to be a turnover as the clock continues to roll here. Minute 41 to go. as Octane. There's a snap. There is a flag on the play, and it looks like they're going to be able to just contain George Smith here. And let's see what the call is on the field. That was pretty quick. And it's going to be actually encroachment on the defense. So they are going to get 5 yards on that. And so it should be 1st and 5 here for the Octane, as they are on this side of the field. And we are just at a minute to go here in the first quarter. As a man in motion, snap. They're going to try to hit it to that man in motion. Oh, it was in the hands of the tight end and was dropped incomplete.
Is it running clock? Yeah. Okay, I don't know.
As they had a nice little play design there. It looked like it was going for Miller. And that was incomplete here, trying to turn and go upfield, was thinking about going upfield at the same time and just dropped the ball. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter here, as they are going to send Thompson in motion. Five seconds to go. Snap. He's going to look, try to throw a little rainbow down the sideline, and that is going to be out of bounds, incomplete. And that is going to do it here for the first quarter as the Crush. So far, I've been looking very impressive with the score of 12-0, but the Octane are trying to knock on the door for the first time today. As we'll be back here momentarily. So we are back here.
No, you're off. You're good. You're good.
Oh, is the strings off?
No, I'm saying I took your mic off so you can do whatever you say, whatever you want to say.
Oh, okay.
During the break.
You want to get back on? Let me know when it's back on.
No, yeah, no, I'm about to. Okay. You want to go? I just thought you wanted to take a break.
So yeah, set time 15 and then yes.
Set
15 0 0. Then yes at the top right. There you go. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I'm trying to get Joe to send me the link. I can't get him to send me the 5.
Which way? 3, 2.
And we are back here in Veterans Stadium for the second quarter. Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator for today's game. The Octane trying to strike on the door. There's the snap and the pressure coming from QC. He's able to avoid the sack. Can he get rid of the ball? No, he does not. The ball does pop out, but the officials are saying he is down by contact. And Jaden Miles trying to make something happen and just does not happen there for him. As he may have gotten up a little slow here, a little gimpy, as maybe his hands, something may have happened to him. So hopefully he will be okay. That was kind of a tough play there for him. As I'm not sure if just the eternal clock was not going for him or not. So Coach Waugh trying to come up with something here. It's going to be 4th down. Here for the Octane. They got to get to the 30-yard line to extend this drive. As there's a snap. Smith is going to be the quarterback, and he's going to have to get rid of it. Throws it away. The pressure coming to him from QC, and that is going to be a turnover on downs. That's the big fella, James Daniels, coming in there with the sack. And this QC defense just looking stout today against the Octane offense, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Queen City, or QC, is going to take over the ball. All right, so QC will be taking over from the 40-yard line. As the clock will now continue to roll here, 3:15 to go here in the first half. As there's a snap. Pump fake by the quarterback. He's looking. He's trying to look down the field. He's going to find his man. That's going to be a first down. And that is Landon Daniels with the catch. And extending that drive here, and both sides of the Crush, offensively and defensively, have just looked fantastic so far. And there's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and the Octane defense putting a stop there, maybe a gain of about 4. As that looked like Melvin Broach there with the handoff. As it is going to be second down here. One wide receiver on each side of the formation. And there's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be a fumble, and he picks it up. And Thomas Sr. trying to get rid of it, and he just throws it out of bounds. And just a heads-up play there by Kenya Thomas Sr. I mean, first off, to be able to gain control of the ball after the fact, and then being able to just quickly get rid of that to an intended receiver. Let's look at the replay here as he drops the ball right there just bounced perfectly to him. But being able to see the guy and just get rid of it so there is no loss of yardage on the play, just a heads-up play there by the quarterback, Kenya Thomas Sr. As the Crush here looking at 3rd and 10. Actually, take that back. It's going to actually be 3rd and 8 here for the Crush. And they are going to send a man in motion. It's going to be a fake, and they kind of collide into each other, but the pressure coming from Miller. He's going to try to elude him. He does. Looking down the field, he may take this on his own, and he does. Is he able to extend the drive? He can. That's going to be a first down, and they force him out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. And Kenya Thomas Sr. making the plays with his feet when he needs to, and that's going to be another Crush first down. And that is going to be first down here for the Crush, as you are going to see a 3-wide set. Hicks in the slot. Been normally lineman up in the backfield, but now in the slot on this play. Thomas drops back. He's got time. He's going to look deep into the end zone, and that is caught. That's going to be a touchdown. That is a touchdown. Demetrius Hall. They didn't call him automatic for a reason, and he catches another one. And trying to see exactly what's going on here on the field. And we'll take a look at that replay here. As Thomas had plenty of time, good hold there. He just scrambles to his right a little bit and throws it, and just what a pass there. I mean, the defender was right there, but there was 2 guys, and Hall automatic with the catch there as he makes another touchdown. As the Crush, they've been unsuccessful on the extra point game today. Let's see if they can convert here.
What a game so far by these guys in purple.
And that is going to be incomplete, as it is going to be no good intended in the back of the end zone there.
Domination on both ends.
Yeah, definitely. You are correct there. Domination on both sides of the ball so far here by the Crush today. So in Indianapolis, I mean, they've been kind of a low-scoring offense this season. They scored 13 points in their first game, 14 in the second. And, I mean, they have not really been too close. I mean, they've gotten to the Crush side of the field once. So hopefully they can be able to make some adjustments here and be able to get something going and get some momentum on their side.
especially before the rain hits.
Yeah, especially before we do have some weather that will be coming in here later on, probably here about 4 o'clock. That may be by the time this game is over, but here is going to be the throw off here for the Crush. As he's going to take that from about the, nope, he's going to let that bounce into the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a touchback there for the Octane. So as we mentioned, the Octane trying to get their offense going here, looking towards guys like Jaden Miles and Grant Weatherford and George Smith, trying to be these impact players that Coach Waugh talked to me about before the game today.
Impact players need to be able to do impactful things. And now's the time to step up for these gentlemen being down 18-0 here in the second quarter.
Yep, absolutely right there. And so they're going to mark this at the 20-yard line. So the Octane does have the type of offense that can do it. I mean, you know, they wanted, like I said, they wanted to take advantage and see what the defense gives them, but the defense of the Crush so far have given them absolutely nothing. They've just been stout, especially that defensive line. So 1st and 10 here, as they are going to send a man in motion, and it is going to be a handoff. It looks like it is going to be to George Smith, and he doesn't get very far, maybe a couple. They might give him 3 on that. It's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down here for the Octane. As there hasn't been a lot of passes coming out of the game here today for the Octane. Let's see if maybe they try to turn that up a little bit. They got 1 wide receiver at the top. They are going to send a man in motion. It is going to be a fake handoff to Smith, and Jaden Miles is going to be able to take that on his own. Nice little option read there as he gets a nice gain up to about the 29-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and very short. So 3rd and short here. They got to get about a yard on this run in order to extend the drive. Let's see if the Crush's defensive line can show up. Hands it off. It is going to be a fake. There is a flag on the play, so the play has been whistled dead, looking like maybe a false start or legal formation. Let's see what the call is. And it is indeed a false start on the offense, so they are going to repeat 3rd down. And that is one thing that has kind of killed some momentum here a little bit for the Octane offense today.
Not the way you want to be going if you are Indy. It's definitely not what you want to do, being down 18 with running clock and 7:40 left to go here before halftime. Got to be able to come up with something, anything that you can muster up to try to get some points on the board before halftime would be sufficient enough to get you propel you into the 3rd quarter, or at least on some sort of a momentum ride. Without that, going the other way is doomsday for them going into the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Yep, and so they are going to send Smith in motion here, 3rd down. They are going to hand it off. It's going to be a different back this time, and kind of an interesting play call there. After the 5-yard loss, as you would think maybe they would possibly try to go up try to make a throw there, but they do not. They actually go to the beast, as they call him, Ryan Wolverine, there at running back in his first attempt of the day. Did not get very far. And so now it's going to be 4th and short. They got to get to the 30. So they got about, actually, really, it's about 6 yards, if you think about it. But it looks like they're actually going to throw this off. So they are not electing to go for it on 4th down.
Smart decision if you're Indy at this case. And the ideal situation, which you really probably wanted to do, was throw it on 3rd down instead of coming up with some sort of gadgety play to run it. But you wanted to actually throw it, but in not doing so, this is going to be the high IQ end of the decision making here.
Yeah, so let's see if they're able to get, and it's going to be, looks like it's going to be received out of bounds, and so they're going to mark them about the 39-yard line. So really this is about just field position opportunity here for the Octane, because you don't want to give QC, who's been very effective on the offense today, and it looks like the clock will be stopping here, but you don't want to give QC, who has been effective all day, that good a field position. So smart play here by Coach Waugh and the Octane to throw that off.
Definitely.
And so now you got to hope your defense is going to make a play. The Crush have been basically able to do what they wanted to do. And so now the Crush coming up to the line. They got 4 wide going here. As you got to be careful for Quentin Vaughn. He's a guy that can do some damage there, and they are going to go to the outside. It's going to be Hicks, and what a tackle there by the Octane. They're going to get him out of bounds. That is Aaron Howard, the middle linebacker, making a play. And that's going to be second down here for the Crush. As you can see, they're just trying to hit that simple screen, but Howard right there snuffed it out and made a great play. So second down here, as they're going to hand it off, it's going to be a fake, as Thomas is going to take that to the outside. A nice little easy run, try to get close to the first down. He does. And it's going to be third down and about 3. So the Crush here, who have been very effective on both throwing and running the ball offensively today, they kind of have the playbook wide open. And let's see what they're able to do. As you got 2 wide on the left side of the formation. Hicks is going to line up behind the quarterback. It is going to be a fake to Hicks. Pressure coming to him, and he's going to try to throw it down the field. He's got a man open. That is gone. That is caught, and he's going to run it down into the end zone. That is a touchdown. That is McNear with the touchdown, just getting around the back of that defense and made them pay. Nice play action pass there by Thomas, and just gets behind the defense. The Octane did not see it coming. As a third and short situation, Hicks has been running the ball effectively all day. You fake it, and the pressure was coming from the back, so, coming from that one side. Don't get me wrong. You had Robert Dykes coming in on the pressure and just did not get there. And just a beautiful throw there by Thomas Sr. to McNear for the touchdown. And so the Crush extending their lead, pending the extra point. As we mentioned, they are 0 for 3 today on that. Dropping back, pressure coming to him, trying to get to the outside. There's going to be a key block there. And he's going to throw in the back of the end zone, and oh, that was tipped away. It looked like it was intended for Hicks. It was intended for Hicks in the back of the end zone. And let's take a look at that replay here on that extra point. Or replay of the touchdown here as Thomas Sr., look at that, just getting behind the defense. I mean, not really sure exactly what Brandon Garst there, the safety, was thinking about, but I don't know if he just bit on that play action pass or what was going on with it, but did not see McNear getting behind him. So thank you to the production crew for that great replay there.
What an awesome, awesome throw. And like you were talking about earlier, right before he threw the ball, was got to be able to play defense if you're Indy to try to minimize the momentum that is here today by the Crush. And it kind of just one play, one swoop, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And now it's 24-0 before halftime, and it's basically, for all intents and purposes, it's over.
Well, I mean, there's still plenty of football left to play, obviously.
Man.
And so, with what the Crush have done so far today, I mean,
Dominant.
I can see the domination piece that you're talking about here, as the Octane really have just not been able to get things going. And when they do get things going, they take one step forward, 2 steps back. As it's going to be a throw off here, they are going to get it to he's going to receive about the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 1-on-3 situation. He slips, and he's going to try to use that speed at the outside, but they are going to force him out of bounds, and that's going to be down about the 27-yard line there. So the Octane will be taking over here. And so this is where, if you're the Indianapolis Octane right now, you want to try to get some momentum going into the half, right? You're at home. Nothing has really worked for you so far today. The run game has been stopped. The passing game has been non-existent so far for the Octane offense, and you want to be able to have this opportunity to be able to at least get some momentum going into the second half, because you're going to need it against a Crush defense who's played just simply phenomenal.
Right, and the same thing, and like I said, I guess I misspoke earlier. I mean, it's not necessarily over. There's a lot of things that need to happen for them to come back and get what they need to do, but the same thing that happened in the first half to them, they could do in the second half, so anything is possible.
And they do send a man in motion. He is the one that does make the catch there on the outside, and he lost the football. It does go out of bounds, and so that is going to be, not sure exactly how many yards that was. It may have just been a couple. But it looked like David Larson was the one who made the catch originally there for the Octane. And so it is going to be second down here. As once again, coming to you from Veterans Stadium, 3:09 to go here in the first half. Chad Rowland here on the play-by-play commentating for you today as the Octane taking on the QC Crush. If you're just joining us, it has been all QC Crush so far. As Larson's going to be in motion, drops back, there's the fake. He's going to look deep down the field as the first big throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Believe that was intended for what may have been Aaron Howard was the intended target. And so they're going to stop the clock here. So stopping the clock, not sure. It looks like QC actually calls a timeout. So that's their first timeout of the half. And so far, as we talked about, I mean, there really hasn't been a lot of deep shots here by the Octane. And that was probably one of the first ones we've seen since early in the first quarter. And that could be just due to the fact that the QC Crush defensive line has just been really good. Led there by, as you can see on the camera there, big number 75, James Daniels. And so here we go, third down here for the Octane. There's a snap. Miles, he's got a little bit of room. He's going to try to take that up the middle himself, and he does get out of bounds. Smart play there by the quarterback to take, and that's going to be a first down for the Octane. And you got to love it when the quarterback there, when the eternal clock just goes off, the pressure coming to him from the edge side. And he was able to take that and get the first down and extend the drive, more importantly, here for the Octane.
Smart move.
Yep, smart move indeed, as you got one wide receiver on each side. And we are going to hit. So the game clock needs to be reset to 2. All right, so the game clock's set. All right, so getting some word here from the officials. So after this, so it should be first down here for the Octane. So a nice spring day here for football, mid-40s here just outside of Indianapolis on the outskirts of Indy. As it is going to be first and 10 here for the Octane, one wide receiver on each side of the formation. There's a snap, pressure coming from the backside. He's able to get the throw off in time. Oh, in and out of the hands of George Smith. That was a good throw there by the quarterback, but Smith, not sure if he heard footsteps behind him or what was going on there, but just went right through his hands, incomplete. And that's going to be second down here for the Octane. So looking at the replay there, I mean, just right through his hands. Like, I don't know if he just saw, or if he heard the footsteps behind him coming from the defender, and that was Seth Kosak there, who was behind him, that was ready to make the tackle. And so here we go, second down here for the Octane. As there's a snap. He's going to have to roll out to his right. Pressure coming to him. He's going to try to launch it deep down the field. He's got a man, and that's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete. That was intended for TreQuincy Wilson-White. And that's going to be third down here. Another, I do liking the deep shot here that the Octane are trying to do. They got to get that ball moving. They got to get on the QC side of the field, and that was an attempt there that I like to see.
Got a strong release on the outside. Just barely missed him to be able to pick that first down up, and something that you just stated would have been great to see them accomplish.
And the offensive line just, I mean, like I said, I mean, QC's defense is just making this game a little harder here for the Octane. As it's going to be third down here, they got to get to the 49-yard line. There's a snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got time. He's going to look down the middle, and that's going to be intercepted. That is Kosak with the interception. Getting past the 50, he's going to be to the 40 and trying to juke around his defense. He has an opening, and he may be gone. The Crush with a pick six. That's a touchdown for QC Crush. And what a play that was Seth Kosak, who had that footsteps earlier there on George Smith. And QC in there doing the shuffle or whatever's going on there in the end zone right now as they are celebrating. And just look at the juke moves here by Kosak, and was able to just get some nice blocking there downfield. That was James Daniels doing some nice blocking there as well, and defense turning in the offense. All right, so being told here that it was actually Deontay Bailey who is the one who got the catch and the touchdown, and we do have an injury down on the field here for the Octane.
Not your fault, man. Either way, man, that was great. That was a great approach to it, and I love the enthusiasm, and that was very, very professional. So
thank you, sir.
You know what I mean.
We try to do it right here in Indianapolis.
No, yeah, it was well done. He got the interception, he did everything right, called out the right person's name on the sheet. It's just it's not your fault that.
It's all right. It's
you know
all
what
good.
I'm saying?
No worries there. As it was actually Jaden Miles who was down on the field, and he's able to get up under his own power. That's a good thing to see. So you don't want to see your quarterback go down with an injury, or really anybody with an injury, in fact, but he's able to walk off on his own. And so now we turn our attention back to here for QC as they were able to get 6 points on that. So now it is 30-0 for the Crush. And right now, I mean, the only thing you can say is they're just crushing right now. I mean, pun intended. Right?
Yeah, this is all before halftime.
Yeah, this is all. That's the one thing. We're in the first half of this ball game.
We were talking about when it was 18 to nothing, how Indy needed to get together, and then a couple of turnovers happened, and then here we are.
Yeah, so indeed, as you know, we've seen the one turnover. I mean, it was just a disaster of a turnover as it turned into a pick six. But I mean, the Crush, anything that is going right for the Crush so far, they are well on their way to getting their first victory of the season. But
this is going to be their first W?
This will be their first W of the season.
Man.
Both these teams coming in 0-2. And it looks like there's a delay of game there on the offense, so they'll knock that back a little bit and do a retry.
Well, like they say, all it takes is one.
Yep, all it takes is one.
As soon as you get one that can catapult you into different types of rooms that you should be in when it comes to being of the upper echelon of teams within the standings when the season's ending. So W's like this that you've got to have. If both teams are 0-2, someone's got to get the W, and you need it to be you.
And there's going to be a little floater, and it was actually intercepted, so the extra point attempt is no good, as I believe that was actually Quentin Vaughn with the throw. So kind of an interesting little wrinkle there, maybe some sort of wildcat, maybe, who knows, but maybe we'll see that down the road there here in the second half. But I mean, got to give him credit. It was actually not a bad throw. Like, pretty good there for the big fella, but it was able to be picked off there. And so QC with a 30-0 lead. And, you know, here we are, a minute 26 to go. And I said it on the last drive, and I believe I'll say it again here, Alex, but, like they got, I mean, you want to have momentum going into this half.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. I mean, you still got a second half to play. And whatever that was happening to you in the first, you can turn around and make that happen to them in the second half. But you got to be able to push it in the second, and you can start now. You don't have to wait to the second half.
That's right. And so that was going to be fumbled there on the 15-yard line, but he's able to take it. And then it's going to be past the 30, and the ball may have been stripped out. Nope, it was not stripped out. He's able to hold on to it. And that was Brandon Garst. And very excited is Brandon Garst there making the play. So getting the Octane there on the 32-yard line. So
got to get pumped up about something. Anything that can get your juices going to get your team fired up is something that you're going to need, and he's bringing it right now.
Yeah, anything for momentum. I mean, that's what you got to do, right? Especially if you're on the Octane side, you got to get that momentum there for the first half. So.
Yeah, anything legal for momentum.
Yes, there you go. See, that's the key. That's the key word. Is anything legal?
I don't think you had to put that in there, but yeah, we know what you're saying.
We get you. We understand what you're saying, man. Yeah. So, all right, so they may be trying to do something a little different here at quarterback here for the Octane. And they are going to do something different here. It's going to be first down. And that is a check down there to George Smith, and maybe gets a yard, maybe. Not too sure, as it actually looks like it is.
Might have lost a yard.
It looks like it may be Tyler Pennington coming in there and playing quarterback.
Looks like they lost a yard or two.
They may have lost a yard. Couldn't really tell, but it is second down.
Looks like second and 11 or 12.
Yeah, maybe. If they did lose it, it's either back at the line of scrimmage or it was just a yard loss here. But
well, scoreboard says second and 14, so we'll roll with that. We don't know about that, but we'll roll with that.
Yeah, so second down.
We got to trust our people.
And so Tyler Pennington coming in at quarterback for the Octane. Let's see if he's able to get something jump-started here as they send a man in motion. Drops back, Pennington looking. He's going to look down the field. He's got a man open. And that was in the breadbasket, incomplete, and the frustration showing there for Trequincy Wilson-White as he's saying, my bad, guys. I mean, because he had it in the breadbasket. And he had him beat. He had him beat down the field there. That was a very good throw there by Tyler Pennington. And so, interesting call. They are going to bring back out Jaden Miles at the quarterback position, but Tyler Pennington's showing the cannon.
Yeah, right here on this instant replay right here.
I mean, look at that. Just a perfect throw, beat the defense on it, but just
he had that.
But just the landing on the ground there just popped that ball out.
That's something that he's not going to want to show his children in the future years.
And it's going to be third down here as they do have two wide sets. Miles looking. He's going to try to scramble. He's going to check it down over to Larison, and that's going to be stopped right there at the 30-yard line. And it's going to be a timeout on the field. And so the Octane burning their first timeout as we got 19.4 seconds to go here in the first half. And big-time decision here. It's going to be fourth down.
Yeah, I don't know if you should actually, you might want to just, what are you going to get out of if you get a first down, right? What are you going to get out of it unless you throw an absolute bomb and you get it?
Yeah, it's interesting to see what they'll be able to do here. I mean, any first down's a good thing, right?
Right.
You want to be able to try to get a first down. But at the same time, I mean, do you try to go into half? I mean, maybe this is where Pennington comes in and tries to throw a bomb down the field. I don't know.
What I would say is if you have anything outside of 10 seconds, then I would, if it's 10 seconds or less, I would go for it because the chances of the Crush coming down and scoring within 10 seconds is highly unlikely. But we've seen it happen almost twice within definitely one time without even being on the offensive side. So, I mean, anything is possible, but I would say anything inside of 10 seconds, I would throw it. If you can move around to try to get that deep throw, that would be beneficial. They definitely got to
throw it, and so the Crush going to have two safeties back deep here, trying to keep everything in front of them. As the Octane, two wide set here for the Octane. It is fourth down. Drops back. He's going to evade the rush. The rush is coming to him, and they are able to take him down. That's a sack for the Crush. That is Trayon Brooks.
That's not exactly, that's definitely going the other way of what we were talking about. In fact, you went backwards, and there's 12 seconds left. So essentially this is, I don't know how many timeouts the Crush have left. If they can get one, they have two left, they definitely are in prime position to get a score here to add to this lead before halftime, which was crazy to even think about when it was 18-0.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, and we've talked about it this entire first half, is that QC front line has just been a menace, right? I mean, just great defensive scheme here by the coaching staff of the Crush today, because they have just brought it. As now you have an opportunity, I mean, they are inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 19-yard line with an opportunity to even extend this lead and really just take out the momentum that the Octane were trying to find even more, as they got 3 wide set here. Thomas dropping back, the pressure coming to him, but he's able to evade it, and there's going to be a key block there. As he's got time, he's going to throw it, and that's going to be caught. And he's going to try to shimmy shake down to the 5-5, and that's a touchdown for QC. That is Amatrice Hall with the catch, and he's saying it's night-night time.
Oh, my goodness.
He is saying it is night-night time there. One play is all they needed. 19-yard touchdown by Hall. And the Crush just extending it even more. As looking to see if maybe we can get a possible replay.
No, on that one, man, I had it set to the 15 seconds. It took a little longer than that, so that one's completely on me. So I was not in the right space for that one. So
you are just fine. But yeah, so
I apologize.
I mean, really, like I said, you're getting the rush there by the Octane, right? I mean, Robert Dykes has really done a great job with bringing pressure for the Octane today, but Thomas Sr. has just been terrific when it comes to being elusive and able to find Hall there. And that is going to be a handoff up the middle, and that is going to be the extra point. So that's the first extra point for one. Yep, they got 1 point there, and so QC, with their successful extra point, they are now up 37 to nothing here in the first half. As you know, the coaching staff of the Crush have got to be excited after these past couple weeks. I mean, both these teams, like I said, coming in 0-2, and I believe that the Crush, they've only scored over 20 points once, and that was actually a tie at 20 points against Trenton BIC, who's a pretty good team themselves. But this week, coming in with what I would say is a mission statement here for the Crush, as coming on the road into a hostile environment here in Indianapolis and putting up 37 in the first half.
This just goes to show you the talent level that they had to face the first 2 games coming into this one. For them to dominate this team, to dominate Indy, just goes to show you they have the fundamentals down. They know what they're doing, and it's just talent on talent, my guy, and the talent that they had to face the last 2 weeks was immense.
Yep, and so there's going to be the throw off there. This should be the last play. We will have actually one more play, I believe, before the end of the half, as they're going to Octane going to try to get an opportunity to get through these 3 and kind of dance it around a little bit, but they were able to make the stop to get it down to the 15. The ball does come out, and it looks like they're actually going to mark them down. So he was down by contact. And so now you got 1 play, 0.1 seconds to go. And so you got 1 play here. So not sure if they try to just heave this downfield and hope for the best.
I would.
Or you just go into halftime and hopefully make your adjustments with your coaching staff.
Actually, you know what? I might just do the latter because of what happened on the pick 6 about 3 possessions ago.
Yeah, I mean, they have thrown a pick 6 already earlier. That was Deontay Bailey who made that pick 6. And so now you have, you know, they got 3 wide, so they are going to try to do something here. Let's see. They have no back in the backfield. And so now they're going to try to go in the air. Let's see if they do. 2 safeties are back deep. Miles looking. He's going to try to make a play. He's going to be past the line of scrimmage, so he's going to have to take that, but that's just going to be a simple run, as that is going to do it here for the first half, as the Crush are just coasting so far in this game, 37 to nothing here. And so, I mean, really, what we could talk about the thoughts of the first half here, Alex, but I mean, when you look at it, it's just QC, QC, QC.
Definitely. and we don't see Indy anywhere at all, and in any, it doesn't matter what, defense, special teams, I guess, when you go to the kickoffs, or not the throw-offs or whatever, and it's just all dominated in all fashions by the team in purple.
Yeah, and so, QC, I mean, if you're, taking a look at exactly what this would need to be done here for QC side, I mean, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're playing a heck of a game. All three phases of the game here. You're playing good offense, you're playing good defense, you're playing good special teams. So you're able to make those plays. On the Octane side of the ball here, there's nothing that's going correctly. I mean, there's really no other way to put it, is that there's nothing going right for them. I mean, when they do take a few steps forward, they're taking even more steps backwards. So, I think one of the things they got to do is maybe clean that up a little bit when it comes to the passing game. They haven't really been effective in the passing game. It'll be interesting to see if maybe they bring in Tyler Pennington to be able to be the quarterback here in the second half, or maybe shuffle him in some plays here and there, maybe try to go down the deep ball, but we'll see what happens there. But all three phases for the Octane have got to just step up and play.
Yep.
I mean, that's all there is to it, right? So they've got to step up and play, and so, we'll see exactly what Coach Waugh and the rest of this, team is able to do here. And so we are going to hit the halftime here, so we will be back here momentarily. So the halftime score so far, 37 for QC, Indianapolis nothing, and we will be back here momentarily here on the stream.
Why it's 20 minutes instead of like 10?
Yeah, because last time it was like 10 minutes, I thought. Yeah, he's just calling it from the booth.
coming back up here in the 10-minute mark. They can't grab it. They can't grab it anyway. No, he went that way. He walked that way. Hey. Me too.
It's not going to be like for another hour.
Well, I was scared for a second because it got dark for a second.
Yeah. I mean, it will. It's going to hit on 4 o'clock. Really should be 5 minutes ago. If we get her back to you.
That you have, the space. And if you want to go now, we'll go now. Whatever you go for the moment. Yeah. No choice. Anybody be on the low power. Where are you going? You went the other way. He's right there. I know what to do.
right, and we are back here on the A7FL as the QC Crush here with the lead, 37-0 here as we are coming out of halftime. So hopefully both these coaching staffs were able to talk to their players, make some adjustments, get things moving along here. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Octane take first, but my guess is they've got to be able to get that offense moving, right? The defense is, the defense has given up what they've given up, but that offense has not really made a ton of plays, but hopefully they will be able to here. So hopefully Coach Waugh was able to get with them. QC on their side, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing everything correctly and some. And so hopefully their coaching staff was able to keep them going there as well. So we're getting ready here momentarily to start this third quarter. And there is the throw off. As it's going to be taken from about the 15-yard line, and nice little hit there and trying to get the stiff arm, and gets past the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. And so it's some intensity coming out here for the Octane here in this third quarter, as they will be coming out here momentarily to take their first possession of the third quarter of the second half.
It's go time here for Indy right here in the third quarter. If they're going to make their comeback, it's going to start right here, right now. You do not want the momentum to shift back and towards the Crush's way by getting a 4-and-out or a 3-and-out.
Yep, so let's see. As we will see here momentarily. As looks like the refs here are going to take some time. And so here we go. First down here for the Octane, man in motion, as Miles is going to hit that quickly on the outside, and that's going to be past the 50. That is Howard there with the catch. And so a nice little play design here by the Octane offense to start this third quarter. And that may be what they have to do. This QC Crush defensive line has really been putting the pressure on them today. So quick releases, quick route throws may be the key here for the Octane to get going. As it's going to be second down, and there is a penalty flag. He's going to try to run out on his own. He does. He gets past the 50, and there's a catch by Howard, and he gets down to the 30-yard line. A little bit further there, maybe to the 27, and there is a flag on the play, though. So let's see if that actually gets negated or not, as the clock will stop. And so I'm trying to see if maybe he was already across the line, but let's see. And it is going to be encroachment on the defense, and they are going to decline it. The play will result in a first down. So the Octane here on this first drive, moving pretty decent.
Exactly what they needed coming out of halftime. They needed to exactly punch them in the mouths, figuratively speaking. And that's exactly what they have done so far. They need to end up in points, though. Just because you get a first down doesn't really mean much, but it's on your way to getting what you want.
Yep, and so now they're just trying to get the position here for where the line of scrimmage is going to be. Looks like it's going to be from the 28-yard line. And so as we mentioned, the penalty was declined. And so now the clock will continue to run. And so the Octane here inside the 30-yard line. This may be the first time we've seen him inside the 30 all day. As you are going to see one wide, one tight end. Miles drops back. He's got time. Looking over the middle, and that's going to be short, incomplete. That was intended for Shamar Thompson. And that's going to be second down. So the first time we've really seen Miles with time, and we're going to see that here on the replay as he had time, good blocking up front, had a man, led him a little bit, but just a little short there, just not enough arm strength to get it to the receiver. And so that's going to be second down here for the Octane, as you got one wide receiver, one back, They are going to send Howard in motion. Miles looking, trying to go to the end zone. He's going to look for Thompson. That's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be second down, or it's going to be third down here for the Octane. And liking the aggressiveness so far on this drive, a little different than what we saw before. And so third down here as the Crush trying to take the offense of the Octane off the field. They got to get to the 18-yard line to extend the drive.
The consistent aggressiveness by Indy right now is showing, and is very evident here. There's something that was lacking in the first and second quarters, and they've brought it here out of the locker room in the third.
Yep, Larson there in the backfield as he's going to fake it to, and Miles able to juke, and he's able to get some momentum here as he's going to be able to get a first down. And he gets to the 15, and they're going to mark him down about the 14-yard line. The ball does pop out. Is it a fumble? And I think they're going to say, they are saying it's a fumble. It is a turnover. They are marking it as a turnover. And what a play there by the Crush. As soon as the Octane gaining some momentum, let's take a look at the replay here. Miles able to just be elusive, trying to see if maybe that ball was down by contact, and it was not. It popped right out there. He stripped it out. So big play there by the defense. I believe that was actually Dre Pope who stripped that out.
Slow motion right here to see him get right to the ball. It's aggressiveness, doesn't give up on the play, right through it and be able to strip it right then and there. Nice play.
And QC now is going to take over on possession. And look at this run here that gets to the outside, trying to cut back in. He gets about to the 37, 38-yard line. Big run there by QC, and that's a first down.
Just when Indy was making a run, QC comes right back and crushes their dreams and hopes of actually making this comeback.
Melvin Broach there with a nice run, and they are going to hand it off. It is going to be up the middle, and he's got some room, and the big fella getting past midfield down to about the 45. They're going to mark him at the 46. That was Trayon Brooks there with the run. And QC really doing a great job here. They are just keeping this Octane defense guessing. You never know who's going to get the ball. They've got a lot of weapons on this offense. Coaching staff, QC doing a great job so far here today, just utilizing every player they have on this roster. And so QC just getting past midfield. And it's going to be from the 46-yard line, so first and 10. Here, as this looks like a full house look here for the Crush. And it's going to be a handoff. Nope, they are going to fake it, and Thomas is going to take this on his own, finds a nice little hole there up the middle, gets past the 35, down to the 34, and another QC first down.
A little replay right here to see exactly how that came to fruition right here.
Yeah, and so they just kind of collided with each other a little bit. And so was able to scramble out of there. Thomas Sr. with a nice play. And if it is a Thomas Sr. making a play, it's Von Hicks. If it's not Von Hicks, it's Amatrice Hall. If it's not Hall, it's Broach. I mean, there are so many big offensive weapons here on this QC Crush team. And they have been playing fantastic so far. 3 wide set. First down. Pressure coming up the middle. Thomas scrolling out to his right. He's going to look. He finds a man in the middle wide open. That is the tight end. And they're trying to bring the big guy down, and he is not going down without a fight, down to the 6-yard line. And the Crush with another big play here as Quentin Vaughn, as we talked about earlier with Coach Bird, this is a guy that was a big impact player looking to make an impact today. And let's take a look at that replay there. I mean, just Thomas buying time and finds the wide open man down the field. And there's just not enough defensive players, I guess.
At all.
Yeah, not enough there to cover. as it is going to be 1st and goal as Thomas trying to scramble, able to make a man juke out of his shoes as Thomas trying to get through it, but it brings him down ferociously. That was a big-time sack there for the defense. That was Robert Dykes, red tray there with the play. As Robert Dykes there playing the outside linebacker position, making it happen. And so now they're at the 16-yard line. And so just me trying to get untangled. I'm fine there. Good to go. Wanted to stand up. Try to see all this A7FL action. As there's a handoff to Hicks. He's going to follow his blocker on the right side, and he's got some opportunity here. Gets to the 5-yard line, but the Octane defense slows him down right there. That's a nice run.
Enough progress is made, though, for that 1st down.
Yeah, it looks like they might be getting, they should have gotten enough progress there for the first. We will see. So they actually did not get it, so it's going to be 3rd and goal. It looks like it's going to be from the 5-yard line, so the crush.
Oh, it was the goal. So, excuse me, my fault.
So 3rd and goal here, and I would not be surprised if they see Hicks again running the ball. There's the fake. He tries to throw it, and that's going to be incomplete. Tried to fool the defense, but the Octane was right there to make the play. And that was Kosi Anthonyson. They call him the doctor, as that was an incomplete pass there. Good coverage. Not fooled by the play action. So this is a big play here for the crush. 4th and goal with an opportunity to extend the lead. This would be a huge momentum here for the Octane if they're able to hold. 5:30 to go here in the 3rd. Man in motion into the backfield. They're going to fake it. Thomas has the opportunity. The defense is coming at him. He's going to get to the outside. He has blockers ahead of him. He cuts back inside, and that is going to be another QC touchdown. That is Kenyon Thomas Sr. taking it upon himself to extend this lead even further for the crush. I mean, just as you can see here, I mean, the Octane really closed that gap up there, but with the speed that Thomas has, was able to get to the other side of the field and make a play. And so now QC with an opportunity to extend this lead. They are going for 1 to try to make this 44-0 here early in the third quarter, live at Veterans Stadium here just on the outskirts of Indy. As the crush going up to the line. Hicks will be in the backfield. This is a guy who has made some great runs. They're going to move him out to the motion side. Thomas is going to look in the back corner of the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. So the attempt is no good. Had Hicks on a nice route there, but may have just thrown a little early. And so the Octane giving up the touchdown, but holding the extra point. So the Octane here have a chance to try to get something going. I mean, that is just the thing that we have got to see here out of this Octane offense today is we saw it on the last drive. They looked very good. They were able to move the ball down the field. They were able to go deep, right? Now they had the turnover. They had an opportunity to get the first points of their game here today, and another turnover, another costly thing. As we've discussed all game long, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Here has been the story for the Octane offense today. Let's see if they're able to make this adjustment and get those first points of the game, as there is the throw off, and that is not going to be done there. So they are just going to just do the runoff here momentarily. And so Larson's going to take it from the 25-yard line. And a good opportunity here. He's going to be able to get the midfield before he even gets touched. Look at this with the speed on the outside. Larson trying to get something going for the Octane, and they get him down at the 20-yard line. And that is what you needed if you're the Indianapolis Octane. You need that momentum swing, and that is something that's going to help them big. And looking at this replay here, I mean, Larson was just able to, I mean, not even any contact at all until really the 30-yard line on the QC side of the field. They needed a big play, and that's exactly what they got there from David Larson. And so the time will be called here. Looks like there's a timeout. And it actually looks like it's going to be a mercy rule. Maybe, nope, not so far. It's actually going to be just a timeout. My apologies.
They have a mercy rule? So, what does that exactly mean?
Yep. 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 Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So the mercy rule is if you're up 42 after 3, then it's a mercy rule. Yep. So the Indianapolis Octane, to continue this game, they have got to score on this drive. It's either you do it or we go home. So let's see exactly if a team is leading by 7 touchdowns at the start of the 4th quarter, the referees will stop the game, and the score at that time will be deemed the final.
What happened?
So as the play there, and it's going to be just a gain of a few, it's going to be.
I thought it was incomplete. Is that incomplete?
May have been, it actually may have been incomplete. No, it looked like you're going to mark it up there.
It's so bright.
So as I was, my apologies there, as I was looking down to read the official rules for everybody here listening on the stream today. Did not see the play there. So it is going to be a minute 40 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and really for the game, as the Octane have got to score to keep this game going.
And it's 2nd and forever.
As it is going to be Miles with the fake. He's going to look. He's going to be able to find his man. That is Miller past the 20 up to about the 10-yard line. He gets out of bounds, and that's a big play there for the Octane to be able to get inside the 10. Now, the last time they were in this spot, they had a play, they had an opportunity to score, and they fumbled it. It was stripped out by the QC defense.
They have a minute left. They have to go fast.
Yep, they got to definitely go fast indeed, Alex. You are absolutely right. And the clock will continue to run.
And they don't seem to really mind not going into the 4th.
Well, let's see exactly what happens here, as they are going to have they're going to have one on each side. Miles with the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to have to try to make a play. He does, and Miles is able to bust his way in there. And are they going to mark it as a touchdown? They do. The Octane getting their first touchdown of the game. And that's exactly what they needed to do here. Let's take a look at that replay here as Jaden Miles, just a designed quarterback run, it looked like, rolling out to the right, coming back into the middle of the field where nobody was around, and was able to get the 7 points, or the 6 points, pending the extra point here.
Talk about coming up clutch when you need to, even though you're relatively down by a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is what we talked about. I mean, they've had momentum, but it's always just kind of shot themselves in the foot. There's a pump fake, and he goes down, and it is a fumble, but that is going to be the extra point. And so there's an injury timeout here on the field as he landed actually on that ball. Maybe it just knocked the wind out of him, not sure. And so we are now going to move to the 4th quarter because of that score. The Octane getting the 6 points.
So correct me if I'm wrong now. Let me just, hypothetically speaking, now we're in the 4th quarter, and the Crush come down to score. Is that game?
Well, we will see here what exactly it is. It should be at the beginning of the 4th. We will see exactly what happens. But we are going to end the 3rd quarter here with the Crush up big 43-6. And we'll be back here momentarily. As now what we thought maybe might have been a mercy rule, but the Octane continuing the game here for us. And the sun is coming out here in Indianapolis, something I didn't think was going to happen today.
So if it's fourth quarter starts, do you have to finish the fourth quarter?
No,
okay.
You do not have to finish the fourth quarter.
Okay.
No. Yep.
So if the crush scores, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So according to what we're being told here, if the crush dudes score, this game will be over due to the mercy rule, as Hall is back there to receive the kick, and he does take it from about the 17-yard line. Here's the opportunity. As he's able to try to get to the outside, he's going to be able to juke his way around. They're still at the 15, but the Octane making a nice stop there.
He was going nowhere for a long time, trying to get somewhere, and then got planted right where he stood.
Yep, so in the fourth quarter, just so everybody knows, if a team is up by 4 or more scores, the offense cannot use their timeouts. So we will keep that in mind here for the QC.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
Yeah, why would you want to use a timeout? You should have done better.
Yeah, so they're doing a good job here so far. So QC, as they do have a different quarterback in. I believe that's Vaughn is going to be back there at the quarterback spot.
Oh, you mean the winning team can't use timeouts?
Correct.
Okay, so I apologize, and I thought you were talking about.
And so there is going to be the man in motion. They are just going to pitch to the man in motion. He's going to be able to get to the outside. A nice little run there for QC, as that is Khalil Thomas there with the run. As that should extend it, and that's going to be another first down here for QC. This offense, everything that they just touch has turned to gold today.
They're clicking on all cylinders in all 3 facets of the game.
Yep, absolutely right indeed, as QC trying to look to end this game to take their first victory of this early season and try to move up even more in those Northwest standings.
It's a really nice day so far. It's really beautiful outside right now.
And there's the pressure there. It drops back. Vaughn's going to look. He's going to fire, and that's going to be intercepted by the Octane. Intercepted by the Octane. As that was Shamar Thompson. Just an overthrow there by Vaughn. And the Octane all of a sudden have a little bit of a pulse going here in the fourth quarter.
Nice little replay right here. Check it out.
Yeah, so
nice.
Vaughn getting hit as he throws. I mean, he had a man right there, but you had a defender underneath. You had a defender over the top. And you can see Coach Waugh getting super excited there for Shamar Thompson as he makes that big pick. And so the Octane taking over after, which would be their first turnover created on the day. And they are here down at the 44-yard line. And so it's going to be 1st and 10. 12:30 to go here in the ball game. Octane scored on their last drive. Let's see if they can do it again. Miles drops back. He's looking over the middle. Oh, incomplete. There was some contact before the ball got there, but it was incidental, and that's going to be incomplete. So Shamar Thompson, the guy who actually got the interception, was back out there again. And and as he comes off the field here, just a nice, I mean, he had the route right there, but just defense got there just right at the nick of time, creating that incomplete pass.
The Octane said, we're going to finish this game out. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure there's no mercy rule here. We're going to play this out.
Octane, 2nd down. Miles rolling out. He's going to find his man. That is going to be Miller as he's going to get past the 40 and gets down to the 35, and that's going to be down at the 34. And any time that they've needed some sort of big play on that little screen pass situation, Miller has been the guy that makes the catch in the big play. So you can see right there, I mean, just a nice design play there by the Octane, and just had Miller just coming off of that motion and just did a beautiful job. And so the Octane in this last possession looks pretty good. And now here we are again. They're moving the ball effectively down the field. Smith motioning on one side or the other, but now there is going to be a penalty on the play. And it looks like it's going to be a false start against the Octane. So that's going to knock them back 5 yards. And so now the Octane here with an opportunity to try to get more points on the board. They've looked pretty good so far, but that one penalty kind of knocked them back a little bit. Smith motioning from one side to the other. Miles drops back. Pressure coming to him. He's able to take it. He's going to get out of the pocket, and nice stop there by the defense as he had an opportunity to try to juke his way around there. But Trayon Brooks makes the play.
I'm glad you can see that far, because all I see is just purple. I see purple.
There is a lot of purple out here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And then they look like Chucky.
Fair enough. Fair enough there. Alex coming in hot.
Hey, man. He's letting it all hang out, my guy, too. And his talent and everything. So, hey, you got to have people like that on the team.
There you go. As Miles is going to drop back, he fakes it to Smith, and he's going to go to Smith on the outside, and that's going to be a nice little gain there for him, as that's going to set up third down. And so the Octane here, I mean, they've got probably maybe third, and it might actually be 10. They got to get to the 24. And right now, so that's actually 3rd and 8. Or 3rd and 9, and my apologies. As two wide set here for the Octane. Miles, he's got time. He's going to look down the field. He's got Thompson open, and it is caught. Touchdown, Octane! Shamar Thompson, the guy who started the drive with the interceptions, the guy who ends the drive with the touchdown. And what a play there by Jaden Miles to Shamar Thompson. Just was able to get that. Let's take a look at the replay here. Plenty of time created by the offensive line there. That's the first kudos you got to give. And that was where he was looking at the entire time. Beats the defender downfield. Just nice route there by Thompson. Beautiful throw. Even better by Jaden Miles. And as we've seen now, the Octane are showing what they can do offensively given the right moments. And so now they're going, I believe, for 2 here.
This happened, even if not even necessarily in the first quarter, just the end of the second quarter when it was 18-0. We were like, okay, if they can get a couple stops, and then 18 quickly turned into 30. And so without that time frame, and you're doing what you're doing right now, it's a ball game.
Yep. And so here comes the extra point as Miles is going to have to take that on his own. He's got a little bit of room and gets a little spin move, and that is going to be a good attempt there for the Octane. And so now I believe that is 2 points. Or it may have been 3 points. I'm not 100% sure there. It looks like it was for 2. So now it's going to be 43-14. And so you have to give the Octane the respect because they are fighting. Even though they were down big, they are still in this game. They're still fighting. So kudos to the Octane for that. As now QC is going to be able to take the ball back here with.
Yeah, we thank them.
Yeah.
Because it makes our job that much more enjoyable. We don't like blowouts. We love to see good, entertaining sporting events. It doesn't matter what sport it is. We want to see a competitive balance in that fact. And the Octane have shown it in the end of the third and going into the fourth here to prove that they still have some fight.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still fighting. As Garce is going to throw that off, they're going to receive it from about. It's actually going to be marked down. It's going to be a flag on the play. And so, believe that went straight out of bounds. And so they are going to do the runoff from the 25. And they're going to get it up to about the 50-yard line. Look at Hall here with an opportunity. Garst tries to bring him down. He doesn't. Look at him getting to the outside. Amatrice Hall with an opportunity to take it to the house. And he does indeed down. Oh, and Garst makes the play there at the end. He is down at about the 2-yard line. What a hustle play there by Garst. And what a play, even more, by Amatrice Hall, as he was able to just get away from the original tackle by Garst and take it and use his speed to get to the other side, and was able to get it down to the 2. So QC with their best field position of the day.
Way not to give up, though. We'll show you that last part, the very last part of not giving up, literally not giving up, being able to get him right before he came down inside the end zone right there for the crush.
Yep, absolutely. As he was, I mean, the first guy to hit him was Garst. He does go down. He was able to elude that, and then showing the hustle to come back and get that play. Just unbelievable there by Garst to save the touchdown. And so QC is going to be starting from the Indy 2-yard line.
Even though you're getting beats, the little things.
It's the little things. You're right.
You can go back and look at this and like, oh, we didn't give up. Literally, you could have given that up, and that would have been a highlight reel play. Instead, you're involved in that play as well.
Quentin Vaughn in at the quarterback. Maybe we'll see a little just sneak up the middle here with the big fella. Let's see what the coaching staff calls, and there is a flag on the play. And it's going to be a delay of game on the offense, so it's going to knock them back 5 yards. And so now they're going to take it from the 7. As the QC Crush here, 4 minutes and 15 seconds away from their first victory of the season.
And if they keep playing like this, it's first of many.
Yeah, could be the first of many indeed. As the Crush coming up to the line, Vaughn is the lone man in the backfield. There's snap, pressure coming from the left side. He's got time. He's going to take it on his own. Let's see if they're able to make a stop, and gets him short. I think he's going to be short. And that is just a great tackle, open field tackle there by the Octane. That's Robert Dykes. He's been making plays all day for them on that defense. And so they would mark him down at the 1-yard line. He almost was able to sneak that in, but here may be what some people like to call a tush push. As Vaughn is in the backfield, he's going to pitch it to the outside, and there is going to be, that's a touchdown on the pitch. And that is Khalil Thomas there with the run, and everybody was thinking that Vaughn was going to go in there and just be the big guy and just go up the middle, but he pitches it right at the last second to Khalil Thomas. The coaching staff drawing up a beautiful play, and the Crush looking to try to make this a 50-point game for themselves.
What an awful time to end an instant replay and get a little tush-push action and miss it all.
Oh, man.
Miss it all. Like, miss it all.
But, you know, everybody was able to see it live there on the stream, so we're good, you know. And
well, I don't know about that one. What I mean by miss it all, I meant miss it all. Like, it was in the middle of doing that instant replay. Could have gotten it back fast enough, and that one's completely on me. But great commentating by you, so everybody knows exactly what went on in that aspect. So we apologize on this end. But, I mean, they scored, 46, 44 other points off of that.
And so now there's going to be going here for the extra point, and they have got the big man trying to get him into the extra point. And there's like 4 or 5 Octane trying to bring him down. They still didn't bring him down. And that was Nevin Ward, the big fella. And the attempt was no good. And so the Crush still at 49 points as we got 2 minutes to go here in the ball game, 49-14. As the Octane will get the ball back here maybe one last time. And as we have mentioned so far, the Octane, at least in this fourth quarter, have looked pretty good. Now, QC started that last drive on the 2-yard line, so they were able to convert that into 6. But the Octane here, they got Shamar Thompson back there. Looks like that's going to be receiving the kick. He has been just making play after play here in this fourth quarter so far. An interception to start that last drive. He was the one who caught the touchdown on that last drive. He has just been a menace on the field today for the Octane. If you're the coaching staff and you're Coach Waugh, you're looking at Shamar Thompson as one of those bright spots here in this game today. And so now you've got the throw off here from the Crush, as Thompson is going to get that from about the 17-yard line, and then you're going to try to make a play. A stiff arm there by Thompson, trying to get around. Kind of goes backwards a little bit, but he's going to be down at about the 27. So the nice special teams coverage here by the Crush, as now you got 1:45 and counting.
It's pretty much all she wrote. It's the time for us to start saying our goodbyes to everybody when the clock rolls down like that. And it's been a tale of, I mean, I guess not two different halves. It's been 4 different quarters actually, and when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I believe that actually these two teams will meet next week.
Oh no.
In Cincinnati. So this next week, you'll see this matchup once again as the Crush will be hosting as Miles. Able to try to make a fake pitch. It just goes up the middle, gets about 4 or 5 yards on the run.
Well, okay, so since you're just speaking about that, there's a silver lining in everything, right? You can think about thinking about Indy coming off the third quarter into the fourth quarter. They have basically
timeout called.
They have been 50-50 with. They've been running right up and down with the Crush in the third and fourth quarters here to make this some sort of, not necessarily a game, but to make it something that's worth watching the end of this game. And they can take that sort of like momentum right into next week and be able to catapult their way into try to get a W down in Cincinnati next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, these two teams are very familiar with each other. They've played each other quite a bit of times here in their tenure here in the A7FL. And really, I mean, you nailed it perfectly there, Alex. I mean, if you're looking at an opportunity to, try to get maybe some game film or something, or see what exactly QC does, I mean, you could try to use that going into next week. It's always a tough environment when you're going on the road, though. You want to try to secure those home victories. But today, it just didn't happen for the Octane, right? And it is what it is. But QC has a lot to look forward to. After this big victory, that'll be a nice drive home to Cincinnati, as Miles able to, the eternal clock going off. He's going to try to throw it down the field, and Howard is open, and there's the catch by Aaron Howard down to about the 27-yard line. And the clock is stopped. And it's going to be a timeout here. Let's take a look at the replay here as Miles was able to that eternal clock about went off there, knowing exactly where the line of scrimmage was, making the throw. Howard had his man beat, makes the catch. Just a great throw from Miles to Aaron Howard. And that is going to be what it is there. But when there is less than 2 minutes left at the end of the second and fourth quarters, Alex, just remember the clock will stop after an incomplete pass or if a player runs out of bounds with forward progress. If a player goes lateral or backwards, the clock will continue to run. So first down here for the Octane.
This is exactly what we're talking about by not giving up.
Yep. Dropping back. He's got time. The pressure getting to him. He's going to roll to his right. He looks, checks down. There's Miller, the always dependable check down, as he's able to just crush his way through, getting to the 10. They're going to mark him about the 5-yard line, the clock. And that is going to stop the clock, I believe, as it is going to be a first down there for the Octane. And just as I've mentioned before, when we talk about the Octane and how this offense has been running, when they look for the check down, Miller has been there every single time, and every single time he's had open field to run and just make a big play.
That's a train you don't want to run into.
No, that is a big man. And I'll tell you this, I mean, as you can see on that replay, the Crush had a few guys that they had that tried to take that man down. He's not easy to take down.
We'll show it one last time here of, like, literally, well, I guess we're about to play. So
yep, so let's just.
Because the last time I did that, you missed a whole touchdown.
Yeah, so let's stick to the field here as we've got an opportunity here for the Octane to try to add even more points. 17 seconds to go in the ball game. Miles drops back. This may be a design quarterback run pump fake. Nope, he's going to try to look in the back of the end zone. That is caught. And did he get the touchdown? He did indeed. Aaron Howard with the touchdown for the Octane. And that is a good way to end it here if you're the Octane offense. 3 touchdowns here since the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at the replay as Miles doing what both these quarterbacks have really done today, extending the play with their feet, able to find Howard there on the cross, had 2 feet down in the end zone. That's a big-time touchdown there for the Octane.
Way to make the final score not look as bad as it should have been.
Yeah.
Because we are on the verge of literally not playing the fourth quarter.
Yep, absolutely
with the
right.
mercy rule.
Absolutely correct there. As the Octane here are lining up here for the extra point. And it looks like they maybe have to readjust some things here, so give them a moment. Yep, so they're going to move back there to the 10-yard line. And so the Octane here with an opportunity for the extra point. Pump fake to the right. He's got a man open. He's looking. Oh, what an athletic play there by the defense, and that is picked off.
Oh, you can't run that back? Oh, my goodness. He was gone.
You cannot run that back.
Maybe not. I see him full. Someone faster was probably going to get him, but he was going to book it.
What a play there. That was Trayon Brooks. He's made quite a few plays today.
Oh, my goodness.
In the sack department and also just in some great tackles, but just showing off the athleticism there.
Got up vertical, just unleashed his feet into the air and put his hands up and was able to come back down with it. And if they were to let him run, I'm not saying he wouldn't have got it would have been close.
Yeah, if he was able to run that off, I think he would have got it. But
I don't know.
It was the extra point.
That's a big boy.
It is the extra point, so it was whistle play dead as soon as he made the interception. And so it looks like
that's going to be game.
It looks like that is indeed the ball game.
Because what are they going to do?
As the QC Crush coming out here with the victory, 49-20. Here traveling on the road and wanting to give some thoughts here on this game. I mean, from top to bottom, the QC Crush offense and defense and special teams, all 3 aspects have looked just simply phenomenal. And just big-time plays when you're looking at this team. Big-time plays coming here from Kenyon Thomas Sr., the quarterback. You know, we talked about Quentin Vaughn making some big plays there at the tight end position. James Daniels on the defensive line making some big stops. I mean, I believe every person on this Queen City roster really just made a big play here today. And QC, after 2 losses coming into this game, they get rid of that O, and now they are 1-2 heading into week 4 when they take on this same Indianapolis Octane team. Alex, what's your thoughts, man? What you thinking?
Man, if you're on the Crush side, you got to feel super excited and elated that you're able to. Literally, I'm not using your team name as something, but they literally crushed it, and they did what they needed to do for the first 3 corners. It looked like they got stagnant and complacent and got bored, quite frankly, by dominating, and that allowed Indy to come back. Now for Indy, the silver lining is, hey, you came back, you were making a comeback, and you could take this type of ride, take this type of wave into next week. You're playing the same team. You know what you need to do. You can watch this game over again and figure out the little details that you've missed in the first half that allowed yourself to get down by this big. So for both teams, there's silver linings to be had, but at the end of the day, the Crush came away with the W, and that's all that matters.
Yep, exactly, and you nailed it perfectly on the head there. The Octane at the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter just made play after play, showing that they can be that team, right? And so want to thank everybody for watching on the stream. Thank you for everybody joining today. This is Chad Rolenben, your play-by-play, along with Alex on the analyst side, and we will see you next time here on the A7FL. Good day, everyone.